Okay, welcome in everybody. We are doing something different today. We are doing a Pokemon Red Nuzlocke. I have not done a Nuzlocke in a while. The last on-stream Nuzlocke I did was a Brilliant Diamond Wonderlock, which is a completely different concept. So, let's go ahead and get started. So I've got the rules there on the side. I also have this set up to where I can get the trade evos just through regular gameplay. So if I, for example, get Kadabra, I'll be able to evolve it into Alakazam. Hey Stacy. Hey, can you hear me over the game music? Okay, awesome. I just didn't know how loud it was. I haven't used this setup before. Thank you, Sammy. I always name my rivals. Lance used to go by his nickname when we do like wrestling tag teams. Okay, so the game music actually needs to go up a bit. Okay. Let me see. How's that? Okay, perfect. So when Lance and I used to do wrestling games and stuff, he would go by Zero. So I name all my Pokemon rivals that, the ones that I can name. So, yeah, I'm excited to do a Red Nuzlocke. I tried to do one on Blue years ago when I first started streaming. And I was doing it on my N64 with the little game cartridge pack. Accidentally bumped the pack when I was setting it down to go take a break and lost over an hour of grinding, so I gave up. So that won't be an issue this time. But yeah, so basically I get one encounter per route. The first encounter is the one I take. There will be no duplicates, so like if I get Pidgey on Route 1, I can't get Pidgey on Route 2 or Pidgeotto later in the game. I get to use 3 items per battle. Gen 1's notorious for the gym leaders spamming items, so I gave myself a little bit of a equalizer. Also, before I started streaming, I randomized. Yeah, it's a fun challenge. It can be really difficult. You can also, I mean, get to use Pokemon you might not normally use. So before I started, hey Dad. Nope. Unfortunately, this time I do not get to use Bulbasaur. I don't know why he's on that end. And why is Charmander on this end? I randomized Squirtle as my starter. This is only the second time I've ever chose Squirtle as a starter, so it's going to be interesting. Another important part of these Nuzlocks is the nicknames. It makes you form an attachment with your Pokemon and makes them, makes losing them a lot harder. I am going with some Legend of Zelda characters this time. So my starter is Sidon. Let's go ahead and lower that defense. Okay. How's that? Okay, perfect. So I got the defense lowered 1. Ooh, okay. A lot of critical hits already. Okay, so I did less damage with the critical hit because it ignores stat changes. Okay, so now a critical hit would actually be beneficial. And that might make it to where I win. Oof. Yeah, this music brings back a lot of memories. 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, these were the sounds of me playing games at that time. Okay. I always forget. Okay, there we go. Okay, I do get healed after that. It's one of the few free healing times you get in these older games. Okay, so the challenge doesn't officially start until I have Pokeballs. So I can encounter whatever I want here, and it's not a big deal. And actually, I'm gonna... I'll probably wait until I do some catching to do any leveling. I don't want to go over because if you see in the bottom right of my layout, my level cap is 14. So if for some reason Sidon goes over that before I get to the first gym, I can't use him. And he's sort of my answer to the first gym. So I'm going to get some experience because there's a couple there's one rival fight I have to do before then. It's not mandatory, but I always do it for the extra money and experience. Okay, let's get Professor Oak's parcel. Okay, so we head back to Pallet Town. Just going to avoid the grass this first time through. Then we get the Pokédex, I go back to Viridian, buy some Pokeballs, and the challenge officially starts. So... Okay, here's the Pokédex. See you later, buddy. Whatever you say. And just as a flex, I'm going to get a town map from your sister. You know, you said you would tell her not to give me one. Okay. So, I go back up, get some Pokeballs, and then I start getting encounters. Early game, there's not a lot of variety, but you never know when you might need a body to throw in a dangerous situation. So I will say worst case scenario on encounters is I get Pidgey here, and then on Route 22 to the left of Viridian I get Spearow. That would be kind of worst case scenario. Just because then it's two flying types, and you know, it's not a lot of variety. Okay, let's heal, get some Pokeballs, and get started. Okay. There we go. That'll get me for a bit. Okay, first encounter, Route 1. Rattata, okay. I've seen 2 Pidgeys up to this point. Now, had that crit and KO'd this, I wouldn't get a Route 1 encounter. So I gotta be careful when weakening Pokemon. This is before False Swipe was a thing. as Tingle. Very niche Zelda character. I don't really foresee myself using Rattata for long, but it'll be on the team for a bit. I'm gonna snag all my encounters in this area, including my Viridian Forest encounter. Now here, ideally, I'll get Nidoran male. That would be the best case for me. Okay, so this is the first example of the dupes clause. I've already got Rattata, so that doesn't count as my encounter. I get to re-roll for a different encounter. Okay, Rattata. You're already on the team. Nidoran female. Okay. So Nidoran female's not bad. She doesn't have the same move variety that the male does, but... Stop. Okay. I didn't want to use Tail Whip. Okay. Make her a little easier to catch. Okay. This will be Urbosa. Okay. Let me... Oh, don't go up. Don't... Stop. Give me just a second. Gotta troubleshoot some issues here. Okay, there we go. Come on. Nope. Okay, let me go get my Route 2 encounter. And then I'll do some training. Okay, so that's a dupe. Although it would be a good one to KO. For some experience. Okay. Rattata. You're already on the team, man. Okay, so that's one item. Route 2 encounter. Rattata. He is. I already have one, though. There we go. There's a new one. This is Rivali. Okay. I do need to play Breath of the Wild again. It's been way too long. Mimis. Okay, so I'm going to go to the route to the north here. It seems to have the higher level Pokemon. Good thing is about getting Pidgey and Rattata already is there's places later where Raticate and Pidgeotto are super common. And there's better encounters. So those guys will be covered under Dupe's Claws. I'll be able to get some slightly better teammates that way. I'm going to try to get to level 10 with at least Sidon and Rivali before I go do that rival fight. Just for the extra money. Honestly, I could probably go take the Rock Gem right now. The only thing about the grinding is there's a good chance of losing something, and lots of trips to the Pokemon Center. Yeah, because if I hit level 10, I can handle my rival's Pidgey with Sidon, and then I'll need to get my Pidgey to about level 10 to be able to handle his Bulbasaur. Okay, so I don't have to make a full trip back to the Pokemon Center. I am going to go into the forest to train Pidgey, I think. But we'll see. Okay, we got the first ad break coming up. We'll go ahead, I'll keep grinding during that, and I'll see everybody on the other side. Okay. So I forgot that Gust is a normal move in this game instead of a flying move. So I'm just going to train up on Route 2. Really doesn't make a difference. I think Rattata and Pidgey give more experience, so... So I'm hoping that my Viridian Forest encounter is Pikachu. Because that'll be one of the only things that I can get prior to Gym 2 that'll be super effective. If it's not, I'll have to strategize my way around that one. I think maybe I can get Oddish north of Cerulean. So that'll be... Okay, I should kill. And down goes Rivali. Okay, awesome. Freaking wind block again over here. Okay, well, now we get to see the first burial of the playthrough. That is super frustrating. Okay, I'm going to change boxes to box 12. And Rivali. Was barely on the team, but there you go. Okay, and now I need to change back to box 1 so that any extra encounters I get are deposited here. Oh, and I just realized something. I've got this layout that I'm using. There's Squirtle. Let's see, I gotta... Real quick. Got... the rat. So... and then we've got... Nidoran female. There we go. Let me see if I can even these up just a hair. Okay, there we go. Yeah, we should have. Okay, so now I think I don't take on that optional rival fight. I am going to put Urbosa up front to fight through the forest. So sometimes in Nuzlocks I'll do what's called a training clause, where if I've already caught a Pokemon on a route and I'm just level grinding, I don't count the deaths, but I'm doing this pretty true to the base Nuzlocke. Okay. We'll pick up some free items here. We'll see what this encounter is as well. Okay, not yet. Okay. Let's see what we get. Kakuna. Okay. Let's try it. This is going to be Beetle. He's a guy that has an obsession with beetles in Legend of Zelda, so Beetle's not exactly a beetle, but it's fine. Okay, in the interest of not losing another Pokemon this early, oh, there's one other thing I gotta do real quick. I'll get that to fit just a little bit better. Okay. Oh, you You've got to be kidding me. Now, if my entire team faints, that'll be considered a wipe, and I'll have to start over. Okay. I need Urbosa to learn Poison Sting here pretty soon. Because in Gen 1, Poison's super effective against bugs, so I'll be able to take on Caterpie relatively easily that way. Okay, so now the issue is Squirtle is poisoned, so every 4 steps I take, he takes a point of damage. I don't know if I make it back to the Pokemon Center. That is definitely something I don't miss from the older games. Now, if Squirtle faints, I probably just restart anyways. Okay. Okay. Okay, let's try to make it a little further in without getting poisoned this time. I think, if I'm not mistaken, I know there's a trainer up here. Is there an item? There's not, okay. So because I need to level up Urbosa, I'm going to fight everybody in the forest. Just going to have to hope for better poison luck. Urbosa takes that. And while I'm button mashing here, I can add Pokemon 4 to the layout. We've got Kakuna. See if we can get him. Okay, that's fine for now. Okay, does she learn Poison Sting? No, because his Kakuna should only know Harden, I think. Yeah. Which means I need to go ahead and switch. Hit it with special moves. Okay, Kakuna's down. Level 8. Scratch. Okay. No, I'm just going to stay out. Do I think Tingle can survive a Poison Sting? Be a good chance to get him some experience. Okay. Okay, well that went about as poorly as it could have. Okay, now I find an antidote. Question is, do I find it in 36 steps? Because I don't make it back to the Pokemon Center with Tingle poisoned. Okay, so easily within 36 steps. Okay, I'll try to be a little more careful. I knew I was going to get poisoned there. I don't know what I was thinking. Gotta get Urbosa some levels. So anything I come across, I'm gonna fight. A potion, that'll be helpful. Okay, I've got one more fight on the way out of here. So many Weedle. Okay, so then the real question becomes, how much do I need to grind before I take on Brock? His Onix is level 14, but both of his Pokemon will go down in a single bubble or two without doing too much damage. I'm going to at least get her both to 10, just in case I need her. I'm going to try to get Sidon to 12. I think 12 will be sufficient. And this is still Route 2, so Route 2 is split by Viridian Forest. Yeah, at least get Urbosa to 10 so that she has less catching up to do after the gym. And I might switch train Beetle in the gym. Because if I can get 5 levels on him, I'll have a Beedrill who can kind of stand on his own. But Kakuna was not a great pull in the forest. Maybe if I can pick up a Paris in Mount Moon, that might give me something. Now see, I thought Weedle showed up on Route 2. Had he shown up on the other side of Route 2, I might have been able to pull a Pikachu in the forest. But that's okay. Yeah, let's get a couple of levels on Squirtle. And like I said, I'm going to switch train Kakuna in the gym to try to get some experience. I'll probably throw some rare candies on him too as we go. Just trying to think if Beedrill's really that useful to me in this game. He has 80 base attack. He learns Twin Needle. Can learn Cut. He gets some stuff. He would be better used as like a toxic stall Pokemon. So I might not put too much time into Beedrill. But it might not be bad to have after this gym, because of Misty Starmie. Okay, so I got the next ad break coming up. I'm going to go ahead and grind through this one. I'll take my break at the 1.5 hour mark. But yeah, we'll be back on the other side of the ads. Mimis. Okay, we're back. So I'm trying to balance forward movement with not throwing away my run. So I'm going to need to get at least level 13 just to be safe. Because I would hate to go into the gym and get taken out by something avoidable. So, I'm going to be grinding just a little bit. Hopefully I get more level 5s than level 3s. And better poison luck. Okay, one more level. I think 13 I'll be okay. Depending on my encounter luck with Mount Moon and beyond, I might have to be closer to 21 to take on Misty. But we'll see. Okay, not gonna take any chances. So when I get to black and white, the grinding is going to be really rough before the first gem in that game, because of the way the experience is calculated. Definitely like the experience all of the modern games. I know some people don't, but having spent probably months of my life grinding in these older games, not having to do that anymore is pretty nice. I think one more battle will do me, and then I can go take on Brock. Wish Squirtle learned something a little more useful. Yeah. Bite at 22, that's too high of a level for Misty. HMs and TMs. I've got some stuff, but oh my god. Okay, so technically I can get some better moves before Misty. I would just have to kind of do the game a little out of order, which is fine. I can go to when I get to Cerulean, if I take on my rival Nugget Bridge and the routes to the north, I can then go to Vermilion and get a few moves off of the SS Anne, Body Slam and a couple other things. Just in case my encounter luck is a little sketchy. Okay, 13 I think will do it. Okay, first gym badge. I'm gonna go ahead and fight this guy. I gotta see how I hold up against a decent trainer. So even though this is the rock gym, he has a Sandshrew. Oh, a Diglett. I didn't realize he had a Diglett. He has no rock types, I think is the point. Drop his speed. Dang it. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. Okay, so I'm at the level cap. The level cap goes away when I start fighting Brock, so if for some reason I level up to 15 against this Geodude, I can still keep going. And actually, now I'd hate to get too much experience. I was going to say getting to just before I level up, before I fight him would be good, because then when I KO Geodude, I get Water Gun. Okay, let's go fight Brock. Let's get this done. Okay. It's 4 times a week. It should be a one-shot. Okay, I imagine I will probably hit level 15 right after this. Okay, yeah, he's not doing any damage. Okay, perfect. That gets me ready for scale this over just a bit. Okay, and now this also changes to 21. There we go. Okay, so that takes care of that. Let me heal. I was just walking, lady. You looked at me, actually. Ah, here we go with this sand attack crap. Nido ran female. Need to see. Poison Sting at 14. Ugh. Okay. What about Nidorina? She doesn't really learn anything. Okay, I want to look at Nidoqueen. Special of 75. Okay, gotta switch out real quick. Okay, I definitely want to put the investment into Nidoqueen. She's got decent attack stats, and she can learn stuff like Ice Beam and Thunderbolt, things that I might need to cover myself as I go through. So I gotta make sure I don't lose Urbosa. Oh, come on. That's cool. See if I can do a little better against the trainers this time. Okay, so no item down here. It's been a little while since I've played the original. Okay, I should be able to just... So another good thing about both Nidorans, honestly, is you get their evolution stone in Mount Moon. So I could have Nidoqueen in time for the electric gym. I'm not gonna evolve to Nidoqueen before the water gym just in case I need Nidorina to come in. I don't add that weakness. Go ahead and stay out for Ekans. Oh, crap. Luckily, I'm faster, so he can't just keep me locked in wrap the entire time. Okay. There we go. Got Wartortle. Let's go ahead and go heal. Let me see. I want to look at something real quick. So... So that'd be 2 dupes. So there's 4 new encounters that I could potentially get on Route 3. And then Route 4 on the other side has a couple. Okay, yeah, we'll see how it goes. Okay, we're coming up on the hour and a half mark, and I haven't taken a break in a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and run the next ad break. I'm going to get up and stretch for a few minutes, and we'll be right back. And we should be back. Okay, let's keep moving forward. So I need to try to get Urbosa evolved. Sidon's going to have kind of limited usage here for a bit. Okay, which one's stronger in Gen 1? I always forget. Tackle's 35, Scratch is 40, so Scratch is the right call. Now we bring Sidon out. Needed Urbosa to get that experience. Go heal again. There's going to be a lot of that while I'm trying to get Urbosa leveled up. Okay, so there's a trainer down here. There's this guy. I'm fighting every trainer I can because Urbosa needs the experience. Okay, bug catcher. That's good. Can't do quite as much damage. It's going to be a little bit of a slugfest for a bit. Oh, never mind. I get a critical hit. That'll bypass those defense raises. Poison Sting, that'll help. Little bits of pocket change I'm getting isn't much, but it'll help. On. There's the poison. Good. That was a crit. Well, okay, so the crit ignores the stat changes, so actually crit was best case scenario there. Okay. Quit going up. It's not the direction I'm pushing. There we go. Okay, so I have a couple of options for encounters here. I don't have Sandshrew because he's in blue, so it's going to be Mankey, Spearow, and Jigglypuff. Oh. Poison Sting's still not the best option. Scratch is. Even with Stab. So if I absolutely need poison, I'll use Poison Sting. Like, I could have used it there. Let's go and get this Route 3 encounter. That's a dupe. That's a dupe. Might be at this for just a little bit. Okay, so I'm almost certainly getting Zubat. I can get Spearow, Jigglypuff, and Mankey. Rattata and Pidgey can both show up as well, but obviously not as encounters. I think Mankey, honestly. Well, I don't know. Spearow wouldn't be bad, because then I'd have a flyer for later in the game. Because I don't think Golbat can learn fly in this generation. Okay, well, there's Spearow. Go ahead and get him with one hit. Ooh. This is Tulin. Nope. Okay, yeah, this Jigglypuff can be dangerous. I forgot about that before I started the fight. Okay, go ahead and switch here. Okay, I don't think there's any more battles I have to do between here and the Mount Moon Pokemon Center. Okay, it's just in later games that there's an item over there. Okay, I also want to do a quick look here. Okay, yeah, so Golbat does not learn Fly, so if I end up getting Zubat in here, probably be a choice between Spearow and Golbat. Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Most common encounter. I could. Fly's a useful move to have just in general, so whoever I have that can learn it'll learn it. Just because it's a good one to have. Should probably gone for tackle. Okay, so no Mount Moon encounter. Which sucks because that means that Zubat's still in the pool for later. Kakuna. Okay, yeah. I can let Tulin come out and take care of this. Okay. Let's go out and heal real quick. Gotta remember to keep up with my layout. There we go. Now, had I played with the option for Leech Life to have its current base power, not having Zubat would be a lot more frustrating, but I didn't. I left everything except for Trait Evolutions alone. that's a lot of damage. Try to get a poison off. Fair. Oh, you jerk. Okay. There's 16. Level 9. Good thing about Spearow is it's fast-ish. Okay, 70, that's not too bad. So I might be able to use him to get some crits when I need it. Okay, so that means Pokemon number 3 is now in the arena. Let's go heal, since everyone's messed up and sleeping. There is the Team Rocket Grunt there. An HP up. First Geodude encounter. honestly not worth the trouble right now. I'm gonna let Urbosa get one more level. Okay, got another ad break coming up. I'm gonna finish this fight and keep moving through Mount Moon. I'll see everybody on the other side. I think Toon can handle this. Go ahead and move Sidon back up front. Just gonna go heal real quick again. Hey, let's go eat.
Let's go get dinner. Come on, Peanut. Okay, she'll come when I go open that back door.
Yeah. Go with Mom. Go with Mom. Come on, bud. There you go. Come on, Nutty. Go with Mom. Okay. We're making decent progress, I would say. I'm having to heal quite a bit more than I would normally would, but I'm also fighting a lot more trainers than I would normally. I want to grab the items from down here. That's one thing I was trying to avoid. but it's okay. I think mainly I just want the rare candy right now. I think that's what I'm going for. There's a potion. Okay, I think I'll let Tulin lead for a bit. And then pivot out if he gets into a situation he can't handle. Escape rope. Yeah, I know.
Oh, it's up to 78 in here.
Yeah.
Are you uncomfortable?
No, I'm fine. Good, something I'm super effective against. Be a good chance for Tulin to get some experience. In a relatively low risk fight. See what I think she has a Clefairy as well, so I'm gonna see about Okay, Oddish is a good lead for me. Sprout. I have a potion if I need it. Okay, cool. Haven't saved since I started. Putting just a little too much faith in my technology. Okay, 12 is water gun. Okay, yes, I don't need that on anybody right now. I am going to use the HP up on Tulin. I'm going to go ahead and also use the rare candy. No, I'm going to wait on the rare candy until he levels up again. Can't remember everything that's in here. TMO1, okay. That is Mega Punch? Yes, okay. So that might be useful against Misty, because it's a normal type move. Let me see, moves. Peck is 35 and it's physical. Fury attack at 15. Drill peck at 29. Lord Fly. Man, his type coverage is just so bad. To be fair, everyone's type coverage is bad in this game. That's one. Oh, come on. Ekans. The only way this goes badly is if he uses Wrap. That could be a major issue. I'm really only fighting the rocket guys because they give you a pretty good chunk of money. Because even though I'm not using a bunch of items in battle, I'm going to need items to heal in between centers. You are a bug catcher, if I'm not mistaken. I'm mistaken, he's a youngster. Switch to Urbosa. Take those all day long. Okay, before I go any further, I have to go heal. I had a Gen 1 Nuzlocke ended on my 3DS a while back by a rocket grunt in the basement up ahead. almost thinking I need to put Sidon up front. Let me leave with Tulin and let him get the experience from this first KO. Can't believe he's using a Geo guy. Oh man, I need Tulin to get as much experience as possible because I'm going to need at least 3 solid teammates to deal with my rival. Okay, not bad. I wish this was leaf green because then the Nidoran line would have double kick already instead of getting it at like level 50. Okay. This is the guy that ended one of my runs. The money would be nice, but I think I gotta just move on. I have one that I have to fight up here. I mean, if Tulin had gone down there, his sacrifice would have been honored in the coming Empire. I could have just taken him to Vermilion and traded him. Oh no, the Team Rocket guy's mad. I think Sidon's my best bet. That's up here. Now, I don't know whether I'll need a second moonstone. Might not even need the first one, depending on how things go in the next couple of battles, but pick that up, and if I don't end up using it, I'll just sell it at the end of the game for money for TMs and stuff like that. We'll probably have to pull Sidon. Probably have to pull Urbosa, unless she gets KO'd here. Okay, I am faster, so I can at least take the KO. There's no real good answers to poison types early in Gen 1, which is a shame because there's so many of them. I'm more of a Kabuto guy myself. Okay, make sure. Oh, I don't have time to be making sure there's no items. Got a timer on my Squirtle at the moment. Come back and get my encounter in just a minute too. I hate how far away this Pokemon Center is. Okay, I don't have any healing items at the moment. Okay. Got an ad break coming up. I'll see everyone on the other side. Woof. Okay, so the only new encounter I can get here is Ekans. Checking the map because I guess I did my numbers wrong. I thought the route before Mount Moon was 4. So I'm just kind of looking for Ekans at this point. Bless you. Okay. Now I've got to decide what. I'm definitely not ready for the water gym. I don't have anything to deal with Starmie. I think maybe I can handle my rival. So I'll probably do the northern end of the map real quick. Cerulean. Okay, 24 and 25 are the routes I'm going to. Let's see. Okay, Weedle, Oddish, and Abra. And then Route 25. Weedle, Oddish, and Abra. Okay. So I come out with a Oddish and an Abra as my encounters either way going up north. I need to level up Tulin just a bit more before I do this because he's my Bulbasaur counter. Jeez, how much does he need to level up again? 62, okay. As soon as he hits 14, I'll rare candy him to 15. Now when does Spearow evolve? Is the next question. Level 20, that could be helpful. That might be. I was in the middle of thought and didn't finish it. Getting Spearow to level 20 before I fight Misty might be a way to help overpower her Starmie. Just not sure if I can take a hit from Bulbasaur just yet. I do still have to be careful of the level limit. Which is the only reason I'm not going all in on getting Tulin to level 20 right now. Because then if I mess up and get too close, which I guess if I hit 21 it's not a big deal, but if he goes to 22, then that's an issue. I'm going to try to end today's stream with the rival fight. Hopefully I get lucky enough with the Pokemon I'm fighting for experience and with my Fury attacks. I think 16 will be good enough. I think at that point I can handle Bulbasaur. Oh my gosh. Come on, man. Did not like that. Tooling the dude. 100, okay. In that case. See, I am going to need to deposit the dome fossil in the computer until I get to Cinnabar. I think I'll also deposit the Bide and Water Gun TMs. I'm probably not going to ever use those two. Mega Punch I might end up using. Heal. I'm going to move Beetle up front. Get it some experience against Zero's, Rattata, and Abra, probably. Not necessarily the best start. Okay, good. He did not use Sand Attack. I had to say something. Here's item number 2. Okay, Pidgeotto's down. Okay, so now I bring... Beetle in again to get some more experience. And Urbosa. Okay. Beetle will go in against Rattata. It's probably one of the worst battles in the early game to switch train in, but it's the one I chose. Okay, Tulin. Oh. How much damage does this do? Over half. There we go. Okay, I'm gonna roll my last ad break. We've got about 10 minutes left. I'm gonna go ahead and roll it early so I don't have to worry about it at the end of the stream. I'm gonna fight a few of the trainers on Nugget Bridge, and then we'll come back and see where we're at. Huh, it's still showing on my side the ads are going. That's strange. Yeah, maybe. I need to get an ice or a rock move soon, or an electric move. Yeah, so the plan is to go as far up Nugget Bridge as I can in the next 5 minutes. Let's go ahead and go back and heal real quick. So I know that my next 2 encounters are Oddish and Abra. They're the only new things I can get on the next 2 routes, so that's good. I have some reinforcements coming. There's a good chance Tingle gets boxed here in the next little bit. Not today. It'll be after I catch one of the 2 new ones. Abra's going to require a fair bit of switch training, which is fine. Hopefully I get it on 24, which is right over next to me here. So that way across Route 25 I can switch train it in and out. Tulin still needs a little bit of an oomph. Cool. Yeah, I mean, I need to get Beedrill so he can help out. Okay. Luckily it doesn't do a lot of damage. There we go. Okay. So we made it 3 trainers up. That's not too bad. We'll let Beetle evolve. And then we'll go back and heal, and that'll be the stream for today. I appreciate everyone hanging out. This has been fun so far. Made more progress than I was actually expecting, honestly. The one death early kind of stung, and not getting Zubat and Mount Moon because I got frustrated and attacked with the wrong move hurts, because then there's going to be times where Zubat and Golbat are unavoidable. But yeah, I hope everyone's had a great day. I hope everyone continues to have a great evening, and great day tomorrow until we see you again. We'll be back on this tomorrow, and let me see if we have anybody to raid today. Doesn't look like it. So that'll be the stream for today. I'll see everyone tomorrow. Have a good one.